Hi, Dr. Alex Perry here from the Perry Centre. I just wanted to thank you for registering your seat on our upcoming Fertility Factor webinar. I have to say I'm really excited to have the chance to talk to you at this event. There's two kind of sorts of events that we run. We've got live events, in-person events. A webinar is a great way of being able to share with you a lot of information, a lot of useful information, and you can do it in the comfort of your own home or workplace or wherever you can get access to the internet on your device, whether it's mobile or at home. So it's a really comfortable way of getting some information about fertility. Now, we've been working with couples and women in Canberra over the last 10 years to help many people have babies and start and grow their families. And what I want to do is to share some of my experience and some of my clinical expertise with you to try and give you the chance to improve your chances of falling pregnant and having a baby. Now, there's a few things that I'm really excited to share with you. I'm just going to refer to my notes, so that's what I'm going to do really quickly. I want to talk to you about the 5 key points that we're going to run through on the Fertility Factor webinar. The first one is what I call the magnificent symphony of 3 parts, and it's really the starting point. And the reason it's so important is if a lot of people, when they start a journey, particularly from a health perspective, is they have a starting point, but then they kind of wander off into the future, hoping to get somewhere without a really clear plan in order to get there. So the symphony of 3 parts is really about gathering enough information to be able to put a really clear pathway or plan or roadmap or blueprint into place. So I'm pretty excited to share that with you. That's really part 1. Part 2 is what I call the 4 Ps. And the 4 Ps are really a life cycle that go into helping you with your fertility. And what I'm going to do is run through each of those 4 Ps during the webinar, and you'll see why they are as important as they are. And you'll see that this particular life cycle, this way of looking at your fertility, is relevant for anybody who's trying to fall pregnant and have a baby, whether they're starting or whether they're growing their family. So the 4 Ps are incredibly important. Part 3 is really where we get down to the nitty-gritty of how do we help from a fertility perspective. And what I think about is the 3 key fertility factors. And those 3 factors are vital for you not only to fall pregnant, but to maintain a pregnancy as well. So it's really important you understand what those 3 factors are. Now, I've been working in fertility a long time. These are the 3 things that if you're not getting them right, or very close to right, it's going to make falling pregnant a whole lot harder, whether you're trying on your own or whether you're using IVF or something in between. The 3 key fertility factors are absolutely vital. Part 4 is a personalised fertility roadmap. It's like having a blueprint, knowing what to do, when to do it, how to do it, what's involved, how do we measure our progress, how do we work out what's success, how do we make sure that we know what we're doing, so we're not just wandering blindly into the future. We want to make sure that we absolutely know what we're doing and why we're doing it. Okay, so that's part 4. And part 5 of the webinar event is I'm going to answer all of your questions. You know what? I'm going to stay on the line long enough to answer everybody's questions. So make sure that when you're preparing for the webinar, not only book it out in your diary, but make sure that you have questions ready, okay? Because what we're going to do is if you haven't had a chance to ask questions, if you've got questions about fertility or acupuncture or how the two work together or how it works with IVF or any part of your fertility journey so far, this is the opportunity to ask those questions, okay? So those are the 5 parts that I'm really excited about sharing with you at our live event. So I'm gonna wrap this quick video up now by saying what I'd love you to do is just below you're gonna find a question. What I'd like you to do is please answer that question as honestly as you possibly can. It's going to give me the chance to be able to tailor the webinar to the audience, to the people that are on it. So please make sure you go below and answer that main question. But for now, I'm going to say make sure you put the date and the time in your diary. Make sure you're ready with your questions. And you know what? I can't wait to see you on the webinar. Bye for now.